What is up, Jets Nation? It has been a very, very long time since I've graced my presence on YouTube. But one thing's for sure, you know what time it is, right? It's
It's
showtime.
showtime.
It has been a while since I have been on YouTube. It's been a while since I've made a video, a podcast video. But this year, 2024, we're starting fresh. A lot of new ideas. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are. I hope you guys miss me as much as I miss you guys. So, with that being said, let's get into it. This season was by far a huge disappointment from every aspect that you can absolutely imagine. From the Aaron Rodgers injury, from the signing of Cobb, Lazard, the late signing with Dalvin Cook, which is a huge disappointment in my book. The struggles at offensive line again, the struggles in offense again, the wasted talent on defense yet again. This season was absolutely horrendous, if that even does it justice. I'm a diehard Jets fan. You guys know this. You can tell by the memorabilia in the background and also my hat. But anyway, there were times I've never been as frustrated with the Jets as this season, because there were things that we could have done that we should have did to avoid the lack of production on offense. We even had Nathaniel Hackett saying late in the season that he wasn't aware that Breece Hall was effective in the passing game. How could you not know that? Being an offensive coordinator, how could you not utilize your weapons properly? That is absolutely a red flag in my book. And I know the thing is, everybody's saying that, Aaron Rodgers is going to make the offense a lot better, which, he is. I think under any offensive coordinator or head coach, Aaron Rodgers would make that offensive scheme a lot better, just because of his IQ, just because of his mindset, just because of his physical abilities. Yes. But my concern with Nathaniel Hackett is Aaron Rodgers shouldn't be the only person that can benefit from your offense. As an offensive coordinator, do you retire after Aaron Rodgers is retired? Your offense should be able to work with the people that you have. That was a big frustration with me this year. It was also a frustration is that we didn't sign anybody, a quarterback specifically, after Aaron Rodgers was injured. We yet instead depended on a struggling Zach Wilson, who the goal was to bench him this season to develop more. But as soon as the season starts, you throw him right back in the fire. To me, that is another red flag with the organization. And being a Jets fan, you know that this franchise has been one of the crappiest franchises in professional sports. Not just football, but all professional sports. So there are a lot of concerns moving into the 2024-25 season for me, which is one of the reasons why I didn't do a lot of podcasts this year, is because I'm an optimistic person, naturally. Some of you guys on here personally know me, and you know that about me. So it's hard for me to come out and do videos when a team that I love so much is once again performing piss poor. It's hard for me to come on here and give you guys some form of entertainment and my energy is not into it. I'm a person, whatever I'm doing in life, I have to be invested in it. I was invested in the team far as that's my team, but the struggling part again, I couldn't do it, man. I literally couldn't come on here and talk to you guys with a smile on my face like I often do. I just couldn't do it. It was not in me this season. And I waited and waited and waited for something positive. consistently positive. Yes, we had spurts. You had the one game where Zach Wilson, the player of the week, but the performance right after that was the complete opposite. So once again, consistency was not there yet again. So I was like, I want to do my podcast again. I want to keep it going, but I'm going to wait until the end of the season. I have more to talk about. I have a better outlook. Hell, I was just as confused as the franchise was, to be honest with you about this team, man. I don't think I've ever been so disappointed in my life about the New York Jets other than this season, man. There was no way we should not have made the playoffs this year. So many quarterbacks injured. I'm kind of rambling at this point. So many quarterbacks injured at this point in the season. Many opportunities to sign veteran quarterbacks to help the franchise out, to help Zach Wilson out. There was a chance that you could still save Zach Wilson. I'm not a Zach Wilson truther. I'm just a Jet supporter. So anybody on the roster I support. So yeah, there's a lot more we could have done, man, and we did not do it once again. We went for another season with just 7 wins. Like there was no way that we should not have beat the Chargers. There was no way that we should not have beaten the Raiders. The Raiders literally had a new head coach and offensive coordinator in the middle of the season when we played them. We may have been the first game, maybe the second game. I'm not sure at this point. I'm not a Raiders fan. But anyway, so moving forward though, I would like to have a lot of optimism. I would like to think that Aaron Rodgers has a full season to get ready. Unlike last season, we literally signed him late in the offseason. He didn't have the time to gel with the guys, etc., etc. It's not all on Aaron Rodgers. It is not all on Aaron Rodgers. Absolutely not. Aaron Rodgers was injured, unfortunately, but everybody knows that. For the most part, it's on the franchise. Joe Douglas, to be exact. I'm on the fence with Joe Douglas. I love Joe Douglas, I do, but I'm on the fence with him. I love Robert Saleh, but I'm on the fence with him as well. These guys have not produced as well as they could have, especially this season. Last season, the season before that, I get it. The team is young, you're developing them, but when you think of the likes of DeMeco Ryans and the Texans, you think of Dan Campbell and the Lions, look how fast they turned it around. You think of the Browns. They had numerous amounts of quarterback injuries, but yet and still they were able to get into the playoffs. They were able to produce wins. So once again, it's on the franchise. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a huge Madden guy. I play Madden a lot. And what I often tell my son, my little thing that I like to tell him, is not your team, it's your scheme. And I heavily believe that. I coached football at one point, and I believe a good franchise, I believe a good system, I believe good staff members can make a subpar team very good. Once again, it's not your team, it's your scheme. And we can see that. I'm not a Nathaniel Hackett guy. I love Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not a Nate Hackett guy. I don't hate the guy personally. I don't hate him at all, but I definitely don't hate him personally. I don't know about his scheme, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. Anyway, this season, once again, was a dumpster fire. It was a crap show, especially on offense. Another wasted good defense. Defense really didn't have any injuries. Again, any major injuries this year for the main stars. I actually liked the signing of Al Woods and Quentin Jefferson this year. I thought they looked superb this year, being honest. Even Al Woods, man. And I actually hope that we re-sign Al Woods. The guy looked good with this defense. The first few games of the season, man. He was a dog. So I would like to see him come back, being honest. Future ideas, I think moving forward in this offseason, you definitely have to address the offense. The offense is a must address. Specifically wide receivers and offensive line. Mekhi Becton, I say sign him for a 1-year prove-it deal. He was healthy this year. That's about the most positive that I can give for Mekhi Becton. AVT, I don't know what's going on with that guy. He's a very good player, one of the best that can do it. But your best ability is being available. And this guy has missed 2 full seasons basically in his young career. So what can we do to keep this guy from being injured so much? Maybe keep him at the guard position to reduce the amounts of injuries, I guess. That's a possibility. I like what I saw in Carter Warren. But still young, still developing, I get it. Max Mitchell was a huge disappointment for me this season. Last season, he looked a lot better. Of course, before the injury, the blood clot. Lakeland Thomason, a big difference from last season, that's for sure. Was he great? No. Was he horrendous like last season? No. Very, very pleased with Joe Tipman. Joey, very pleased with Joe Tipman. That guy's a stud. I think we have a future star. A long piece on our offensive line, granted health. Wide receivers. My God. What a poop show. What a poop show for the wide receivers. Garrett Wilson, stud, man. Absolutely stud. After that, the drop-off is crazy. My number 2 guy, though, would be Gibson. I was screaming Gibson through training. Love that kid, man. Love him. And I think he's going to be a solid guy in the league. Hopefully with the Jets as well. Everybody else, crap show, man. Crap show. Where's Corey Davis when you need him? God. Anyway. So I just want to come on here, guys, reintroduce myself. I'll definitely be back with more content, more consistent, and hopefully you guys will like the comeback of the kid, and we can keep this thing going, man. To all my guys out there, Jess Chaos, I miss coming on your show, Italy Jet. I miss talking to you, my man. Gunny. Gunny's one of my guys. I like Gunny, man. He's a cool guy. Green Bean as well. All right. So hopefully, guys, you guys see this. Come in, comment. Let me know your thoughts. What should we do for this off season and the draft? That's coming up. Also, what can we do for our staff? Should we get rid of some of the people before the season starts? Should we re-sign a lot of guys, especially the defensive line coach? He's definitely a keeper if we can keep him. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. You guys back. Let's go. You know what time it is. Showtime, baby. Peace out. Go Jets.